This video is going to show you how to modify your taskbar and notification area settings in Windows 8. To do that, we're going to right click on the taskbar itself, go to Properties, and you'll see we opened up the taskbar and navigation properties window here. Now here's some there's some options here in the taskbar options on that taskbar tab. You'll see these are pretty straightforward here: the auto hide, the lock, use small taskbar buttons, and that would do this here to where they're kind of micro. Just gives you a little more room on the screen, but honestly I like it a little bit bigger so I can see. But this is nice if you have a bunch of icons that you want to put pinned down here, or programs. Now this, a lot of people make mistake of accidentally unlocking or dragging their taskbar to different parts of the screen. And next thing you know, they've got the start menu up here at the top of the window or on the right side. Now this is where you can fix that really easily. See if you have it over. Some people like it over here. I find it annoying just because it's not standard. But others find it useful to have the taskbar there. And this is where you can choose where it goes. So put that back to the bottom here. The taskbar button, this always combine hide labels. Basically what this does is if you've got several windows here open, let's see, here we can go to Google. Let's see, we'll minimize that. Now see how it's stacked here. It combines them into one. Now if we remove this, you got a couple of options here. Combine when taskbar is full, or never combine, and you'll see that it spreads them out. I find that very annoying, but some people like it. I like to combine them all so that I can see what's running. Just hovering over allows you to see that there. Alright, so then the next item here is the notification area. That's this area over here in this part of the screen. Now Windows automatically, if you have a laptop like I do here, it always puts by default the battery sensor there. And I believe your computer always has the network or Wi-Fi connection there. And this, what is that, notification, Action Center, there we go, Action Center down here, and the speaker. And these are all handy, but if you find it annoying or if it's taking up too much room, you can disable that, and that's easy to do. You just find which one you're wanting to disable there, and you can hide it altogether, and now it's going to be showing up here and not always visible. Actually, that wasn't a good example because it decided to hide on its own. So let's try this one here. The network. All right, so now it's hidden. We show it. There it is. And if you choose the only show notifications, it'll only pop up here when there's something to notify you about. So not really much else to tell there. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the power that I was looking at, not the Action Center. Apparently I hid the Action Center altogether, so here it is here. It goes down to the bottom after you hide it. So let's see, Windows Explorer, only show notifications. Let's see what that does. Oh. I'm not really sure what that does. Oh, that's to safely remove hardware. That actually is if you have something plugged into your USB port, like a USB hard drive or a flash drive of some sort. Then of course you can restore to defaults, turn all the system icons on or off, or always show all icons in the notification center there. That's pretty straightforward. Let's see, one other option here, show Windows Store apps on the taskbar. Now this is a really cool feature that they've enabled in Windows 8.1. And I think it was Update 1 that enabled this, but originally if you had a Windows 8 app, let's use this Photos app for example. I don't have any photos, I don't believe, but if I did, this is where I would go to find them. Now with the update, it allows the apps that are not programs, that is the apps that show up here in this area, allows them to show up in the taskbar down here. So you don't actually have to do this number here to switch to them. It shows up at the bottom like this and allows you to close it out. So that's very handy. Now if you uncheck this, let's try that again. I'll go back to the start menu. Now you'll see that it's not down here anymore. And then the only way to get to it is to come over here and switch to it. But I kind of like having that on. So let's see. Use peek to preview the desktop when you move your mouse to the show desktop button. Oh, this is nice here. Let's get a couple of things open here. First, I gotta enable it. This is Arrow Peek. They used to call it Arrow Peek in Windows 7. It's a little different in Windows 8 now, I guess. Originally, what this did was allowed you, when you hover your mouse over in the right corner, it allows you to see what's on your desktop. And when you go, notice I'm not clicking anything here. It's just hovering, and it shows what's on your desktop there. Now, if you click on it, it drops everything down. You can click back again, and it brings everything back the way you had it. So that's a pretty cool feature there as well. There is one other thing here that I'm going to touch on. A lot of this stuff is personal preference, and it's pretty self-explanatory. One thing that I did notice that people don't like with Windows 8 is if you do a lot of mouse movement and with programs like Excel and stuff like that, and you constantly are putting your mouse in the right corner, these charms pop up. And that's a setting that you can disable just by unchecking this box right here. Now, it will still pop up if you come to the bottom right corner, but the top right corner, it disables it. It makes it really handy. I've had to do that for people many times to disable this. And also, up in the top left, if you have any apps running, in the top left corner, you'll see the apps there. Now, you can also disable that here as well. Let's see. When I sign in or close all apps screen, go to the desktop instead of start. All right, so this is also new, and Windows 8.1 allows you to, when you log into the computer for the very first time, if you have a laptop or desktop and you don't have a touch screen, most people don't want to use the new start menu. And to do that, you just check this box here, and when your computer starts up, it brings you right to the desktop environment rather than going to the start menu. This allows you to show your desktop background on start. So basically you see this background that I've got here. It shows up on the start menu. You can also change that here in the personalize area just by checking here, one of these. Let's go back into that real quick. Some of these other ones, you could kind of, they're self-explanatory, figure them out. But some of these things here, I just really wanted to touch on. Well, actually, you can do this here. This is pretty cool. Show your desktop items and some other things down here, just for quick. It allows you to get to things faster. But I don't like the clutter, so I keep that off. But that's really all I wanted to touch on. Was some of the new features in Windows 8 and the taskbar navigation properties. I hope this helps you out in customizing your PC.